my friends, how you doing today? I am doing well, and I went out on a thrifting excursion. But first, I had to stop. I had to stop because listen, you might find this to be a little strange, a little weird, yeah, I'm an older guy. I'm in my 40s, okay, but I'm still hip. I'm hip to it. I'm hip to it. I'm down with the kids. You know what I mean? I'm down with the music of the nowadays stuff if it's worthwhile. And I got up early and I sent the text message to my kids. I'm like right away. I'm like, listen, for one day only to have it. Well, it wasn't one day only, but the sale was ending on the Sunday, I think it was. But we only have so much time because the new Post Malone CD was coming out, and I forgot that it dropped. Usually I pre-order this stuff on Amazon. I wait for it to come in, but the price on Amazon wasn't drawing it to me. Plus, I've been finding that Target usually has Target exclusive songs that you can only get at Target. So I was like, why should I go out and spend like $12.99 or whatever it was on $13.99 at Amazon when I can go get some bonus tracks at Target? So I waited and I forgot about it. Then I got up that morning and I realized that the CD had dropped. So I'm like, who's with me? Who's with me? We got to get to Target right away. I was thinking about doing that thing where you order. They said they had 6 left in the store. Order it online and then they pick it for you, and then you go to the register and you pick it up. But then I was like, you know what? I've had some bad occasions on that because being so OCD. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Being so OCD, I am that guy that will literally pick up every single CD there and look for the most perfect packaging. Make sure it has no cracks, no peels. Matter of fact, see this thing right here? I opened this because we listened to it in the car on the way home, and this parental advisory sticker is actually on the wrapper. So in order for me to get it off the wrapper, I had to cut the wrapper off, and then I got to pick the sticker off. And I always do this. I always put the sticker back on the actual CD cover because it just seems like that's what it's supposed to be. Now I know I'm not the only one. It's not one of those things where my wife's like, "You that crazy guy? You're the only one that does this." I know I'm not the only one. I've had comments below saying I do the same exact thing. I purchased stuff online that had the same thing going on. It did not come on the CD itself. Somebody took it off the plastic to put it on the cover. So yeah, the new Post. So I wanted to let you know that if you are a Post Malone fan, which I kind of am, I kind of really enjoy Post Malone's music, and he actually has a song on here with Kid Laroi, and I got to throw this out at you. I kind of like Kid Laroi too, so I was like, I'm on board. But my daughter liked one song in particular, song number 11, track number 11, because when I put it in the car, this is my thing. I don't know about if it's your thing. When you get a new CD, if you buy it, still buying CDs. A lot of people be streaming and doing all that stuff. What's my daughter got there? Something, not blocks. I gotta pay for it once a month. Dad, can you pay for wow, what the heck am I paying for? You know what I'm paying for. It's like a service thing where you can like get songs. Spotify. Yes, can you pay the $4 or whatever it is for Spotify so I can get Spotify every month? Okay, hon. Yes, I'll go get your Spotify. But yeah, track number 11. When I'm alone is the one I remember correctly. I think that's what she's like. Skip the track 11, and that's not how I play. That's not how I play when I get a new CD in the car. When I get a new CD in the car, I put on track 1 and I listen to it. And I go, And I go to track 2 and I go, and I'll go through it, and then every once in a while one of them will like actually like grab me. It will like grab me and pique my interest, and I will just listen to the whole thing in its entirety. But she wasn't having it. She's like, we only got a few more minutes to get home, so let's listen to track 11. I'm like, I've already heard track 11. I didn't really care for that song. It's way too upbeat. I'm more of a lyric guy than I am a beat guy. Okay, I'm a lyricist. I like to hear the lyrics. I like to hear what they're talking about. And obviously she's more of a beat person, so I was kind of like, okay, I've heard this song before. The lyrics are good, but not to the beat. So anyway, the new Post Malone, we had to run out there to the old Target, and I stood there for 15 minutes trying to find the perfect one, the one with the perfect wrapper, didn't have to have the crease, and it didn't have no cracks, and didn't have no nothing, and that's why I didn't trust the people with the 6, and there was 6 copies there, by the way. I counted them. So the Amazon website was 100% correct. There were 6 copies in store, and they were all on the shelf, and I went through every single one. Actually, my daughter was standing around beside me. She went through them too, and she picked another one. She's like, how about this one, Dad? I'm like, no, that's not the one, because this one has like there's a little scratch in the artwork, and this thing doesn't even have much artwork. Okay, Posty be doing some kind of trick here where he just gives you like this little thing, and then all the rest is just a CD. But there was like a little hint of discolorment over there, and I was like, nope, that ain't the one. This is the one. But as I'm leaving, as I'm leaving, I see it on the registers, right at the register I'm going to check out. They had like a $10 sale on Blu-rays, and it was a Blu-ray that I did not own, and I've been wanting to pick up, but it's been that's really been pricey, but I didn't want to pay the main price when it first came out, and then all of a sudden now they got now at $10. Okay, there's $10 in Cry Macho, Clint Eastwood Western type movie there. I guess he's an ex-rodeo star or something like that. I read the little synopsis on the back, but it didn't make a difference anyway because I've been collecting straight up Clint Eastwood stuff, and I'm almost 100% sure I own everything Clint Eastwood ever starred in and directed. Even though I'm not too big on his directing stuff. Wanna know why? Because I want to see Clint. I want to see Clint. Listen, sometimes it's nice that they direct things, and he's a good director. The movies that he's done are really good. These I think it was Moneyball and Million Dollar Baby. Whatever. It's good movies, but I want to see you act. I'm a Clint Eastwood acting fan, not a behind the camera fan. But hey, sometimes these big stars, they want to go behind the cameras. This one, he's in front of the camera. The last one he did when the Mule, when he was a drug mule, and like an 80-90 year old whatever drug mule, pushing I think it was cocaine or whatever it was across the border or whatever. That was a great movie, absolutely great. I'm sure he produced it or directed. I'm sure he had his hand somewhere in that too, because once they start directing, they don't stop. But I didn't have this one, and $10. Yeah, I went there planning on spending $9.99. That's what this was on sale for, was $9.99. And the cool thing was, is my daughter had a pair of shoes that didn't fit her that she bought at the Target. And it's just funny because I was like a little low on cash. And I looked down at the floor, and there's the shoes on the floor, and she cut the little thing off, like they cut the little string to attach them. They're like sandals or something like that. And I pick them up, and they still have the price tag on them. It was like $9.99. So I told my daughter, I'm like, are you gonna keep these? No, they don't fit, Dad. I'm gonna have to go return them. I'm like, are you gonna go return them today? I don't know. I already cut the thing, and all it was the elastic that attaches them. I tied that elastic back on. I'm like, if I go return them, can I have the $9.99? She goes, yeah. I was like, ooh, free Post Malone CD. Thank you very much, dear. You have a nice day. But then when I got there, I had to pay the tax and everything else. And then all of a sudden, here comes Cry Macho. So what ended up supposed to be costing me nothing ended up costing me like $12, $13. But hey, I ain't complaining about that. And thank you for the gift, my dear. Okay, thank you. I didn't mind returning your sandals and giving them the spiel about how they did not fit my daughter, and she sent me here, and I didn't have a receipt, and I don't have your credit card. Can I just get some store credit? And I'll tell you right now, Target was really good with that. Target was right on the money, man. They're like, we could just give you the store credit card, and you good to go. We good to go. We all set. So with that said, I was pretty excited about that. And on top of that, I want to talk about this this other thing that I got going on. So I want to tell you what I've been listening to. Okay, I've had on my radio in constant rotation over and over and over again. Number one, I don't want to dig out the CD. Am I gonna be able to dig out the CD over here? Because the CD's over here, but it's actually on my iPod. So I'm gonna put a picture up over here. I've been listening to this is live Linkin Park CD. Okay, it's a live Linkin Park CD, and this thing is unbelievable. I mean, it's been on my iPod, so that's why I didn't pull the disc out, but I had it on my iPod, and I've been listening to it in my car, and it is just phenomenal. Okay, if you are a Linkin Park fan, you do not own this particular CD, this live CD, they sound amazing live. Now, back in, I want to say 99, 2005, 2000, it was, listen, my daughter was born, I'm trying to take some dates, whatever it was, Linkin Park opened for Metallica and Limp Bizkit. So it was Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Metallica. Metallica was the headline, and my wife won me tickets. Okay, and this was when Linkin Park wasn't like big yet. So we went to go see Linkin Park, and they were mind blowing. They came phenomenal, blew my mind. And then of course Limp Bizkit, mind blowing. Okay, I absolutely love me some Limp Bizkit. I want to break me some stuff. You know what I mean? I got me some issues, and sometimes I just feel like I want to break somebody's tonight. You know the lyrics that give me something to break, and that's your face. You know one, and you put that song on your way to work, and you're all upset with your boss or your manager or whatever's going on over there. You really you feel like you want to choke somebody. It's really very motivational. But so Linkin Park opened for them, and they put on such a great show. And then this live cassette tape came out, And cassette tape. Wow, well, I'm going way back. That's because I've been talking about cassette tapes lately. I don't know what's going on. CD came out, and I ended up picking up because I own everything by Linkin Park, including that big, gigantic, hybrid $250 box set that I haven't even opened yet because I'm afraid to open it because I think it's so ridiculously priced. And I bought it and it's been sitting here collecting dust for probably close to like 8-9 months now, whatever. But I have not opened it yet. I know what it looks like because I watch YouTube videos, but I just can't bring myself to open it. But I'll tell you right now, I absolutely love it. It's such a great album. And on top of that, wow, what else? What else we got going on here? Oh, the Fire Tiger. This Fire Tiger cover album has been in my home player over and over and over again. I can't get enough of it. I just can't get enough of it. And I'm gonna tell you something. I wanted to talk about this thing because I told you about Fire Tiger on one of my videos. What's cool is the recordings of this thing. It's very crisp. Okay, I don't know if you can understand what that means. It means it doesn't sound like sometimes when they edit stuff or they I don't say water it down or whatever, but they like kind of what's the word the mixes. That's what I'm looking for. The mixes. Sometimes the mixes they take you can't hear so much of the drums, or you can't hear so much of the bass, or you can't hear so much. They do something so the vocals are pushed forward and the bass is pushed back and the drums are pushed to the side. But this one right here, I'll tell you right now that the Never Ending Story song, okay, and Danger Zone, and what was the other one that I was listening to that was really I think it was Yellow. They do a really cool job of you can hear the drum. Now I'm a drum guy, okay. I used to play the drums. Never had one lesson, okay. My dad don't take me for no lesson. Don't believe in that stuff. But the drum on it was just unbelievably clear and crisp in the background. But you hear the vocals perfectly, but the drum, the clicking and banging and what it was. This is sound perfection. I don't know who mixed this thing. I'm not gonna go look inside and see who mixed it, whatever. And I wouldn't know anyway because I'm not that guy that knows who all the mixes are and who the specialty people are, whatever. But I got to tell you that this was just very well put together. This special, I've been listening to the other albums and they're awesome also. And I'm still learning the lyrics to these things, but this is the one I have in my CD player at the house. Like this is the one that I when I'm cleaning or I'm doing something, I'm dusting or whatever, I press play because I can sing along with the songs. And I'll just tell you, the rendition of Never Ending Story on this thing is phenomenal, okay? So I wanted to throw out there. If you haven't heard of Fire Tiger, they have their own individual website. I recommend. I'll put the link somewhere below or up top or whatever it is for you to go and find the Fire Tiger CDs. But if you haven't heard them yet, check them out on YouTube. Check them out on YouTube because you will be sold, especially if you like 80s music. If you're an 80s music fan and you want something to bring you back to the 80s, ask some good stuff. So let me finish this off. Here we go. I went to that all happened in the morning, okay, and I wanted to tell you what I've been listening to in the car because that's I've been Linkin Parking it like you would not believe lately, okay. I've been just every day that has not changed in my car. And then when I come home, this Fire Tiger thing has been going on in my CD player in the house, okay. I listen, I don't know what's going on with me. I've been extremely lazy. I've not downloaded it yet to my iPod, so that's why it hasn't come with me to the car, and I'm afraid to scratch the disc in the CD player in my car, so it's been sitting in the house. But I've been listening to it every single day while I'm cleaning or doing whatever I gotta do. So then I took we took a stop. Actually, I came home, and then the wife goes, "You want to go to a couple of thrift stores? You want to go thrifting?" I'm like, well, yeah, I can go thrifting. There was a specific reason why we had to go somewhere. We had to buy pans to cook. I was making chicken. I was making chicken wings. What do you call it? Style chicken wings. What's that place? Buffalo Wild Wings chicken wings. I bought the special spices from the actual Buffalo chicken wings. from the Buffalo Wild Wings, and my wife was like, "You haven't attempted to try to make the chicken wings yet? Can you make the chicken wings?" So I'm like, "Okay, yeah, we'll go food shopping. We'll go pick up some chicken wings, and we'll go pick up some of those disposable pans because I don't like using the regular pans because sometimes the chicken wings stick to the pans. It's better for me to just make the chicken wings in the disposable pans and throw the disposable pans out. Yeah, I got a little bit of a lazy nature about me, but the wife too, because she don't want to wash those pans either. What would have happened if I would have used the regular pan? I would have put it inside the sink. It would have sat there. I would have filled it up with water, put a little soap on it. Then she would have said, "Why didn't you wash that pan?" And this is the thing. This is very much a thing. Tell me if you ever said this before. It's soaking. It's soaking. Yeah, that's the thing. Listen, things be soaking, okay? And what happens sometimes in this house, things be soaking for 2-3 days, okay? And you look at him, and the wife's like, "How come you haven't washed that pan yet?" I'm like, "It's soaking." She goes, "It's been soaking for 3 days." And then I'll tell you right now, by the time you finally get to that pan, it's kind of amazing because you just kind of take the sponge and go, just give it a little whoosh, and yeah, the stuff falls right off, okay? It wouldn't have did that on day 1. It probably wouldn't have did that on day 2, but on day 3, that'd be falling right off the pan, you know what I mean? So maybe there's something to it. It's soaking, okay? It seems to be working. But I did go to the local Savers, and I did not get a bag, so I got stuff. I got stuff in my hand because they charge you for a bag, and I'm carrying this. This is how I carried it out. And my wife, I think she bought herself a pair of pants or something like that, some kind of scrubs or something that she saw. She's like, "Can I get these?" I'm like, "How much are they?" She's like, $4. I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Oh." Because she always does that. She always does that. Of course you could buy it. Why? I don't even know why she even bothers on asking me. I don't even know why she bothers on asking me about this stuff. Like, listen, you want to go indulge yourself in a $4 pair of pants or whatever it is they still had the tags on. They still had a sticker on the back or whatever. And I'm like, they're brand new. What do they want for them? I was gonna ask that again because sometimes the price changes with her. Sometimes she's like $5, and then I'm like, "Oh, how much?" And then she's like, $8.95 or something like that. You know, the price changes. That's very much a thing with her. But she confirmed $4, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, of course you can get them." I said that. She goes, "Do you like them?" I'm like, "Okay, number one, we're at Savers, okay? I'm not like at a Macy's or like a big name place there where I'm gonna go spend $50 on a pair of pants. You know what I mean? It's like." She's looking at it. "Well, do you like them?" Well, not on me personally. I want to wear them, but if that's your gig, if you be very excited about wearing these pants, you go get the pants. You get. I mean, my next question is, are they your size? I always say it to you, are they your size? Because sometimes when you're at these places and you find these things used and stuff like that, or you find like a really good deal like that, because these were like a name brand something. I'm not a big scrub type person or whatever, but these were like what's that TV show, Grey's Anatomy scrub. She's like, "These things are really expensive." I'm like, "You don't have to sell it to me. They're brand new, $4. Just buy them. Hold on, hang on. Let me go through my Blu-rays and DVDs so I can accumulate some money over here myself. And then I'm not gonna ask you if I can buy them. I'm just gonna buy them. But that was nice you asked. Of course you can get them. Just go get them. All right. So I got some stuff, and I want you to help me along here. We're gonna play a little game called "Is this available on Blu-ray?" Because I have not looked this up. I wanted to make this video today before I catalog this stuff, and I did not stand there with my phone because I had a little issue last time at the Savers with my phone looking up things. Because I don't know why, I don't know what luck I have, but the last time okay, 2 times. I'm gonna give you 2 instances. The last 2 times I went to my local Savers. The first time there was a guy there in a full-blown bathrobe and slippers, okay, talking to himself right on the side of me. And I was a little bit freaked out, okay? Listen, the guy wasn't hurting nobody. He wasn't attacking me. He didn't even talk to me. He didn't say nothing. But this guy was a guy, and he's wearing, it looked like this is a woman's bathrobe and woman's fuzzy slippers, okay? And he's having a full-blown conversation with himself. On top of that, the next row over is where they keep the linens. They keep like the blankets and sheets and stuff like that. The man went into the next aisle and urinated on the floor. Listen. I kid you not. This is the luck that I get when I go to these places. Okay. Now listen. Nothing again. Once again, let me make this very clear. You want to go out and your wife or you just in generally like to wear women's bathrobes. Okay. If that's your gig, that's your thing. You like to wear them out at the local Savers, and you want to put on your fuzzy blue slippers. Hey. all the power to you. Hey, God bless you. You go out and you live your life. You do you. Okay, you do you. But when you go into the next aisle and you start urinating on the floor, on the ground, and it is trickling into my area because I guess we're on a pitch here. It's coming my way, okay? And it's time for me to move. Listen, there may have been something wrong with this man. I'm not judging. I ain't trying to judge nobody, but yeah, it was. And hey, the wife came around. She can confirm this. I wish she was sitting here. I wish she was in the next room. I'd call her over here so she can confirm this on the video. I'll have her confirm in the comments or something like that. I'll tell her that this was a thing or whatever. But she came over a few minutes later and she goes, "It smell like somebody peed?" I'm like, yes, somebody peed. Somebody peed on the linens in the next aisle. I don't know what to do. I don't want to go. I don't want to be that rat guy that goes up front, rats this guy out. That there's a maybe a mentally challenged problem person that's wearing women's bathrobes and women's slippers, and he's urinating on your linens. I didn't want to be that rat guy. I didn't know what to do. I was in awe. This was my face. And I'm trying not to make eye contact. And I'm looking over my shoulder because it's right, literally like one rack behind me. It was an issue. Okay, so that was my first little interaction at the old Savers there with the urinating, wearing women's bathrobe, fuzzy slipper guy. Okay. Next time was the other guy that thought that I would, because stupid me goes and says that the Blu-ray is worth a certain amount of money. Now he pulls up his hood and he's staring at me like I'm gonna get jumped. I thought I was gonna get jumped over because I'm like, oh, this the Blu-ray is worth $100-something, and I'm like, but I didn't have the Blu-ray in my hand. I had the DVD in my hand. The DVD was worth like $4, okay, and I was gonna pay $2.99 for it. And I was still gonna buy it because I did not have it in my collection. But stupid me had to talk too loud because now that I do these YouTube videos, and if you do YouTube videos, you can comment below on this one. Do you find yourself talking to yourself a lot at stores? You find yourself talking to yourself a lot in general. Like I'm having a conversation with you guys right now. I'll have the same conversation with myself like when I'm in the bathroom or if I'm at a Stop and Shop and be like, oh, the Coca-Cola's 3 for $4 today. That's a really good deal. I don't know what I would do. Would I buy that Coca-Cola? I don't know. What would you do? Listen, this is a thing. I become that crazy guy. Put a bathrobe on me, minus the urinating all over the linens because I wouldn't do that to somebody because that's just disgusting. Somebody's gonna come by and buy those things afterwards, and somebody just urinated on them. That's sad. I don't know what to do about that situation, but yeah. So I got the guy here. All of a sudden he's got the mask on. You know, he's got the vid protection mask going on. And then all of a sudden there comes the hood. Now I feel like I'm I'm in the movie Juice or whatever, and I'm about ready to get held up over a $4 DVD that he misunderstood that because I said that the Blu-ray was worth $100-something. So that was a thing last time. So this time, here we go again. It's just my luck. It's just my luck. So now I got the very nicely dressed man in his, I would say, 20s, late 20s, maybe early 30s. Very, very clean looking guy, khaki pants, loafer type shoes or whatever, button down shirt, very well dressed, talking to the cassette tapes. Oh, I love the blues, and I'm gonna get this one because that's whatever the blues and whatever. Listen, I looked over, I thought he was making a YouTube video, but there was no camera. And he had a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, and I know she'd be on some kind of medication. Okay, I know she was on something because she was just tweaking. She was bouncing from spot to spot. One minute she's on the left hand side of me, so I'm trying to maneuver around looking at the DVDs and the Blu-rays, and next thing you know she's over on the right hand side of me, and I'm like, what's going on over here? And then I don't want the boyfriend to be looking at her like she's like trying to put the moves on me or whatever, because I don't need this crazy talking to himself kind of guy to come up to me and go, hey, you've been talking to my girl. No, I'm not talking to your girl. I ain't saying to your girl, I don't even looking at your girl. I just want her to stop hopping from one side of me to the other side of me because I really want to look in this section. Then all of a sudden she's in front of me. Now that one really confused me because okay, so I got enough I'm leaving enough distance between me and the shelf, okay? And I'm looking over here. But then I'm scooching over to the right, and I'm still looking over here. And she just came in to me on the left. So she's on so let's make this clear. So she's on the left of me now. I'm right here in the middle. So I guess she wanted to look at what was in front of me. Okay, so instead of saying excuse me like I do, I go excuse me, or I'll just wait. I'll back up and I'll wait for the person to finish. She decides she's gonna go right dab in front of me. Now I feel like what I did something wrong, like I'm being rude or something. But was I rude? Was she already looking before me? Did I go past? Because I'm thinking like in buffet terms. I like if I go to the buffet, you go down the row. You go down the row in the buffet. Usually you don't bypass somebody at the buffet. I think that's buffet etiquette. That's my buffet etiquette thing. If I go to a Chinese buffet or an all-you-can-eat buffet or whatever, I go down the row. And if there's somebody in front of me, I wait for them to finish and get whatever they need to get. And then when they move out of the way, I grab my stuff. That's, to me, buffet etiquette. So I use the same etiquette when I go to buy my Blu-rays and DVDs at the local Savers or Goodwill or Salvation Army. So this person's over here, okay? She's over here. And what I did is I came walking in and to get out because she was like right in the front of the row, like right when the Blu-rays and DVDs start. So I'm like, let her be. I'm gonna go on the side of her and I'm gonna start looking over here, and because I was coming straight forward, so I just went straight forward right into it. And I guess maybe I messed up the etiquette. Maybe I messed up the rules because she just went right in front of me. And now I'm like this. I'm doing this thing, like trying to look around her and everything. But I wouldn't touch nothing. I did not want, listen, I was not gonna, listen, this was very much a fear I had. I was afraid that if I saw a Blu-ray or DVD and I went to go grab it, she was going to bite me. I thought she was going to bite me, and then the crazy boyfriend looking at the cassette tapes was going to go, he's going to lose it on me in his loafers and his khakis and his dress shirt and everything like that. Plus, he was like maybe almost 6 feet tall or whatever. He wasn't a big guy, though. He was a skinny guy, but he was about 6 feet tall, talking to himself, and clearly with this girl, and she was like maybe 4'8", something like that. Little small girl, 4'5", 4 foot something. She was small, okay, but she tweaking. She like this. Pulling discs out, putting them back, pulling discs out, pulling them back. Bought nothing. She bought nothing. She bought absolutely nothing. Eventually, she stepped back behind me and started looking at the books, which were right behind me. And I was like, good. You go look at the books. I'm going to finish up over here. You leave your boyfriend over there, and he's still talking away over there. Oh, Louis Armstrong. I love me some Louis Armstrong. Sold. I'm like, what's going on over there? You making a YouTube video? What's going on? Because you're talking to yourself. Nobody else is listening to you. But then he left, and you went around a corner, and then you run into him later on, and he's still talking to himself. Now he's in the shoe department. He's over there. Oh, I love me some shoes like this. Oh, these are the same kind of shoes that Rick James used to wear. I'm like, what is going on here? So anyway, I bought some stuff, and here's where the help comes in. I'm making the video right away. I didn't have a chance to go on eBay or Amazon to find out if there's a Blu-ray release. Should I upgrade them? Do I need to upgrade them? You tell me. I'm gonna give this a you tell me. If you own these things on DVD, are they worth an upgrade? Should I upgrade them? And one of them, I made a mistake. I did something that I shouldn't have did. I purchased it hoping it was something that it was going to be, and it was exactly what it was. Yeah, you'll see. All right, so let's start with the mistake. Okay, this is Going Ape. All right. Always wanted to get Going Ape on Blu-ray, and then I heard that Going Ape was released on Blu-ray. Okay, and I was excited to see this at the local Savers. You know, I'm like, okay, $2.99 for Going Ape, okay? But then I look at it, turn it around, I open it up, and it's a burn. It's a burnt Blu-ray, and the quality is terrible. Terrible. I should have, I don't know. It had a barcode, okay? It looked legit. It says Back to the 80s collection, anamorphic widescreen HD. I mean, it doesn't say it has any special features, but ABC. I mean, it looked. I should have checked the disc. I just got so over. I overly excited myself. And I done messed up because this is a trash. This is a garbage. This is a take out the cover art, throw that in the trash, take out the disc, chuck that somewhere, and keep the Blu-ray case in case I destroy another Blu-ray case. So that was a mistake, and that one was actually a $3.99 mistake because the Blu-rays at Savers are actually $3.99 and the DVDs are $2.99, which I'm not complaining about that. Once again, I got no problem with that situation. Is it $2.99? Yeah, $2.99 for DVDs, $3.99 for Blu-rays. I made a mistake, but it doesn't make a difference. Next one I picked up was White Man Can't Jump. After checking my catalog thing, I realized I did not own this in any format besides VHS. I think I got the VHS is still in the basement, and my son's a basketball fan of sorts, and he wanted to see White Man Can't Jump. So I was like, okay, well, I know that I'm not going to get it any better than $2.99, because what's going to happen is I'm going to go on eBay, I'm going to check my eBay, they're going to have it on DVD for $2.99, and then I'm going to go and spend the $2.99 on it, and then they're gonna charge me for the shipping. So I was like, okay, so this was a good deal for $2.99. So the question is, while I'm showing you these things, do you know for a fact that if these things have Blu-ray releases, and are they worth upgraded? I've seen White Man Can't Jump. I liked it, but I don't know if I Blu-ray liked it. Okay, that's where I'm at with this. This was, my son wanted to see it, and it's not on one of these streaming things. Sometimes I don't want my son to bother my discs. I'm very selfish when it comes to my Blu-rays and my DVDs. I don't like to borrow. I don't let nobody borrow nothing. Okay, because I'm afraid of a scratch, a scrape, or something. Drop on the floor by mistake. You breathe on them the wrong way. You put them in the disc player, and then you don't sit them in the little cradle properly, and the door shuts. You gotta scrape them. Listen, it's very much a panic situation with me with my Blu-rays and my DVDs, so I don't loan them out. So I originally asked him, is it streaming anywhere? He couldn't find it streaming anywhere. So he's like, I really want to see it. So I was like, okay, well, they had it there. I picked it up. But I don't know if it's worth an upgrade to a Blu-ray. I mean, I'm assuming the picture quality is decent enough for him to watch it. Do I need to upgrade White Man Can't Jump to a Blu-ray? If it is available, I don't know. I don't know. That's a question. That's a question maybe for me, a question for you. I don't know. Here's another one that I do not think has a Blu-ray upgrade, but I wanted to get this movie because I haven't seen it in a long, long time. And I did have this one also on VHS back in the day, and it's With Honors, starring Joe Pesci and Patrick Dempsey, and who else is in this thing? Joe Pesci, Patrick Dempsey, Joe Pesci, Brendan Fraser, yes. Yeah, I'll look on the back of this thing. It says $2.95. It was $2.95 somewhere at one point in its life. It is in a snapper case. I mean, it is kind of old, but the condition of it was really, really good. I checked it out, and it is mint. So I was like, okay, well, that's good. And I haven't seen it in a long time. And to be perfectly honest with you, I love the song that Madonna does in it. The Do You Remember? Na, 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 na. Don't ask me for the words. I ain't gonna be able to do it. You know me. I'm a few words at the beginning of the song, and then a na 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 kind of guy. But I know it's Do you remember the way that they did do? Now that I'm dead, then die. Do you remember that song? But I was like, yeah. This was definitely probably came from some store. It was probably used, but the condition was great. It's a snapper case, but I would personally, I like this movie enough that I would upgrade it to a Blu-ray, but I don't believe it does have a Blu-ray upgrade. So you might see this later on my Where's the Blu-ray Love videos later on in life when I start looking around, once I do a little research on it. But if you remember With Honors, that was a good flick. I've been wanting that one. This one I was super excited, and it's factory sealed. Okay, it's factory sealed, so I could not pass this thing up, because I have not seen this movie in years and years and years, and I've been wanting to buy this movie for a long, long time, but it's expensive. It's expensive on like eBay or Amazon or whatever. I don't know. It's one of these, like, I think it's a burn on demand type thing. It's from the limited edition collection, and it's Lost Angels, or it's like it says Los Angeles, but they crossed it out. And this is factory sealed, so I didn't even. I'm gonna have to open this up and check out. Sounds like a disc is in there. But I remember this being a burn on demand on Amazon, and they wanted like $25, $27, $30 for this thing. It was some kind of crazy price, and I was like, I don't want to pay that much for a burn on demand. I think that's absolutely crazy. But I saw this thing on the shelf, and I get so excited because if you don't know what this movie is, I can't really give you the storyline before, but it's because I haven't seen it in a long time. But if I remember correctly, the main character is like a messed up kid on drugs and alcohol, and he's partying all the time, and he's getting himself into a lot of trouble. And like the character that's played by who's that guy? Donald Sutherland. Donald Sutherland plays like his psychiatrist or whatever, or his truant officer, or is he like somebody that's gonna keep an eye on him because he keeps getting arrested because he keeps doing some crazy stuff. But the main star of this movie is Adam Horowitz. Yeah, the Beastie Boys Ad Rock. Yes, and I used to love this movie. It used to come out like Cinemax. It used to come out Cinemax back in the day, and I wanted to get this movie. I believe I don't even know if it had a VHS release. I don't think I've ever owned this in my collection, and I was wicked excited. I'm like, I'm like, it's still sealed. I told the wife comes over. She's like, are you gonna get? I love when she goes. I'm like, I'm all excited. I'm in the aisle. I'm like, look at this. It's Los Angeles. She don't know what it is. She had no idea what it is. She's like, yeah. I got $4 pants. Can I get the $4? I'm like, it's Los Angeles. I've been wanting. You know how long I've been wanting to get this movie? She's like, no. There's a lot of movies that you're always telling me you know how excited you are. You know how long you've been wanting. So I don't. What is Los Angeles? I'm like, it's got the Beastie Boys. It's got Adam Horowitz, Ad Rock from the Beastie Boys in it. And I said, and I'm trying to tell her the story about it, but I said I haven't seen it in a long time. There's a girl in it too. There, Donald Sutherland. I'm just not gonna say it. It's just because Adam Horowitz and music by Philip whatever. So it's not gonna say the girl's name, whatever. But it's got very minimal stuff on the back of it, like very minimal information. So there's no extras or nothing. If I remember correctly, this was a Amazon exclusive, burn on demand type thing, and I don't even know why it was there, but yes, that one was an excitement thing. Next one is the Crazy Sitter, and the condition of this thing was not. It's got a little crack up at the top. Okay, there's a little crack up there, and the condition of the disc is a little off, just a little off. Okay, there's no scratches, but there's a lot of like some stuff going on. There's a little stuff going on, but it does play. I put in my player. It started right up. Just so I could check it to make sure, because I didn't want to go return. But it does have the little crack cover there. But I'll replace that cracked cover. And it stars Beverly D'Angelo. Listen, I be a Beverly D'Angelo fan. Okay, I had a little bit of a Beverly D'Angelo thing back in the original Vacation and Vacation 2 and Vacation 3 and even the Christmas Vacation. You know, I just always had a thing for it. And I just like her as an actress, and I think she's really good. This one has Ed Begley Jr., Carol Kane, and Philip Hartman. If I remember correctly, she's like a terrible person. I'm getting these either confused. Either there was one that I noticed she was a fairy. No, that was another movie. That was totally different movie. She played a fairy. That was what was the name of that movie? It was with Ali Sheedy. Drawing a blank on that one. Made to Order. Yes, Made to Order. I'll put the picture up here. Yeah, she played the guardian angel or whatever to Ali Sheedy, or the fairy to Ali Sheedy. This one, she's just like a real terrible person, and I want to say that her not truant officer. What do they call them? Their probation officer forces her to become a babysitter or whatever, and it's a comedy. It's a straight up comedy. You don't get no bonus features on it. Matter of fact, this is so old school. All it's got is the chapter things on the back. So I don't, that's where we got with that. So, and then the last one, and I'm almost 100% sure that this has a Blu-ray upgrade. Almost 100% sure it has to. It's got to be, because this is a classic. These are classics. But my children have never seen them because I have not had them in my collection. So I was like, for $2.99, I'm going to buy them and we're going to watch them because I know the wife likes it because she's seen them before and I've seen them before. And they're decent, they're good, they're funny, and I especially like one of the characters in particular. This is the 2-movie Sister Act collection. Sister Act 1 and Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. And Sister Act is Whoopi Goldberg movie. She's I want to say she's a something dancer. She like she does, what was it, like a Las Vegas dancer performer type person. Then she gets mixed up in the mob and she has to go into hiding into a monastery where she becomes a fake nun and teaches the fake nuns how to sing in the choir because she was such a good singer when she was in Las Vegas or whatever. And then part 2, I don't remember. I just don't remember part 2. I remember part 1. And this has the little clip things there, the little extra added bonus thing, and it is a 2-disc individual thing. And if I remember correctly, yeah, we got some fingerprints on that disc, and we had, if I want to say, yep, no, the second one was good. So obviously, whoever bought the set was like, yeah, I'm gonna be watching me some Sister Act, and Sister Act 2, I don't care, because that's where I was at. I was like, I just want to see Sister Act 1, and for $2.99, that's why I'm buying this thing. And with that said, my friend, that's it. That was my big thrifting excursion. If you have any information about any of this stuff that I just talked about, Please comment below. Comment about any of this stuff. If some of these things have Blu-ray upgrades and it's better, if you owned like White Man Can't Jump and they have White Man Can't Jump on Blu-ray and the picture quality is a lot better, where you feel like I have the need. 'Cause, listen, I am a Blu-ray guy now. I was a DVD guy for years. Okay, I can't be a 4K guy. I can't be a 4K guy. I just can't. I can't do it. I am so. I started on VHS tapes. Okay. Because I'm a movie lover, okay? Probably how all my old school friends here that follow me, you started on VHS tapes, and you probably had hundreds of VHS tapes in your collections. Well, this guy right here had thousands of VHS tapes. My bedroom, when I was a teenage boy or whatever, late teens, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, listen, I moved out of my house. I had, my walls were wall-to-wall VHS tapes, okay? I had these big bookshelves and thousands of them. And then all of a sudden the DVD came out, and I bought my first DVD player at Circuit City. And at the time when you bought your first DVD player, they would give you 3 free DVDs. I don't know if you remember this. If you remember this, comment below. If you remember this, you could pick 3 free DVDs, or you could get 5 in the mail. Okay, so because they wanted you to see what the quality was. Well, at the time, I believe it was South Park, The Mummy, and I'm gonna forget the last one. I can't remember it. But the whole reason why I bought the DVD player was because South Park, the musical, was only available on DVD. It did not get a VHS release. So I'm like, maybe it's time for me to upgrade. It's time for me to upgrade from VHS to DVD because I can't get South Park the musical anywhere else. So I upgraded, and I bought it from Circuit City, and I went home and I put it on, and I don't know if you guys remember this. Let's rewind back into your first time you ever watched a DVD on your TV. The picture quality was mind-blowing. I mean, you're so used to rewinding that tape, and then you get the tracking. Remember the tracking? You remember the tracking, the tracking on your VHS player, and then after, if you watch the movie so many times, starts to wear out, and then you got to worry about the stretching of the tape, and where you're storing your tape because of the heat bothers it, and the cold weather bothers. There was so much stuff going on with VHS tapes. I know a lot of people collect the VHS tapes now for nostalgic reasons because they like the cover art and everything. The cover art was beautiful. Loved that. I kind of wish I would have hung on to a lot of my VHS tapes just for the cover art. But as far as longevity, they weren't cutting it. And so I got my first DVD player, and I watched South Park, and I watched The Mummy. It was The Mummy that sold it to me. The original Mummy with Brenda Fraser. When I put that thing in, I felt like I was in the TV. That's how clear and crisp and beautiful it was. But then here comes Blu-ray. Blu-ray comes out, and to me, it blew away the DVD. There was no specks and no sparkles and no there was nothing going on. The picture quality was pristine. You got more bonus features in the Blu-ray than you had on the DVD. You get all this extra bonus stuff, whatever. Sometimes they throw in an extra bonus DVD, so you get even extra bonus stuff. Blu-ray was just the thing, unbelievably the thing. And then so I started. So first thing what I did is I took almost all of my VHS tapes to FYE. Yes, FYE was doing a buyback on VHS tapes. They were selling them in the store, so I brought most of them over there to them, and they were giving me like $2 to $5 depending on what the title was. And at the time, I was thousands invested in VHS tapes. Thousands, ridiculous amount of money. Okay, looking back at it now, I could kill myself. Okay, ridiculous thousands. I could have been set probably for the rest of my life if I would not have bought one VHS tape, because I was so sick. I was sick, so into it. You know what I mean? I was going to the rental stores and I was playing Let's Make a Deal so I can get the ones right off the shelves. I was buying brand new copies right offline. You know, Rocky Horror Picture Show came out on VHS. I paid $120 for the VHS brand new because I just wanted to have it. I needed to have it. It was one of my favorites, and I wanted the VHS. I wanted to be able to watch it anytime I wanted to watch it. Listen, I lost my mind on VHS, and then I went and I brought them all in, and I cashed them all in, and I got a handful of money. As a matter of fact, I remember bringing in I remember one time bringing in like 3 boxes full of VHS tapes just so I could upgrade my Star Trek movie collection. Just so I can get a Blu-ray DVD box set of the Star Trek movie collection. I must have traded in probably about 100 VHS tapes. That is ridiculous. Okay, it was heartbreakingly ridiculous now that I look back at it. But you know what? To me, they weren't really worth anything anymore, because because you couldn't get a VHS player anymore, and they were being destroyed by the weather. They were being destroyed. They just weren't holding up. I had watched the movie so many times, the tapes were being worn out. So then I go to the DVD, and then I'm all happy with the DVD, so excited. And then I see the Blu-ray, and I'm like, wow. But then when it came to the 4K, this is what happened with me. And I don't know about you guys. There's some 4K fanatics out there, and God bless you. If that's your thing, you're into the 4K. Maybe you started collecting at a later date than me, but I started upgrading from DVD to Blu-ray. I just can't financially put it in my head why. Because to go to 4K. Because sometimes the 4Ks I find to be a little bit too dark. Okay, that's my first thing. Sometimes if you watch the Batman, I think it's Dark Knight Rising or Dark Knight whatever, and you watch the side by side with same thing with the I think it was like a Terminator, so it was one or whatever. You watch them side by side from the Blu-ray to the 4K. There's not a heck of a lot of difference, and sometimes they're a little bit darker. Okay, it's a little bit darker, and I don't really care. I just don't really care. On top of that, they don't put the bonus stuff on the 4K. They put the bonus stuff on the Blu-ray. So whenever you buy a 4K, you usually get a 4K Blu-ray combo pack, and you're still forced to watch the bonus stuff on the Blu-ray. I don't know why they haven't figured out how to put that bonus stuff on the 4K. Maybe it's because that 4K stuff takes up so much space, so they can put all the extra bits and stuff like that in the picture quality. But I can't figure it out. But it's not for me to figure out, because you know what? I'm not going. I'll buy a 4K when I am like a super fan. Okay, I own 4Ks. I own 4Ks of stuff. I own 4Ks of the Joker, Clockwork Orange. I'm looking at Ghostbusters. Is it Ghostbusters? Yeah, Ghostbusters, Beetlejuice, Goonies, stuff. The classics. I bought the 4K. Why do I think? Because I think they look better. No, I bought them because of the cover art. I bought them because I'm a completist, and I wanted to have I'm such a fan of those movies. I wanted to have the new commissioned cover art or the slip cases or whatever it is. But personally, I have not, all those movies I just named, I have not put in a 4K player yet. I haven't watched them in 4K. I've taken the Blu-rays out, and I've watched the Blu-rays, and I've watched the Blu-ray extra features, but I have not sat down yet and said, hey, actually, I'm lying. I did it with the Joker. There was one morning, the whole family was sleeping. I snuck into the living room, and I put the Joker in on 4K, and I gotta tell you, I didn't really see a big difference. It wasn't worth the price. I kind of was like, this is the same thing as the Blu-ray that I watched in the bedroom. Didn't see a big difference. I don't have that Atmos surround sound thing either. That's another big 4K thing there. I'm not set up for that. I can't afford that. Okay, so if you're a big name, big money guy, then you could probably afford all that stuff. God bless you. Enjoy your 4Ks. But me, I'm stopping at the Blu-rays and occasionally buying the 4Ks just because I'm a super fan. I'm trying to think in my head. I think Willy Wonka came out with a 4K, and there was just stuff that I gotta have it all from this certain movie, so I'm gonna buy the 4K. But it's just gonna sit there and collect dust. Kind of stupid, probably in a way. Anyway, with that said, my friends, thank you so much for hanging in there with me today. I make these videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and whenever something big drops. If I go on a big haul, or I go on a big run, or Dollar Tree drops something, or if I hear something's being released and I need to let you know right away, I'm going to let you know. So you got to hit the bell. You got to hit that bell, because you never know when I'm going to post nowadays, because I want to make sure that you as the consumer gets the best deal possible. I'm not making no money off anything. Okay, I'm not a flipper. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you to obtain the things that you want, and not necessarily what you need, because you get everything you need usually, but there's certain things that we want. When we want to get them, we kind of drive other people crazy trying to get them. So I'm going to try to help you from driving your family crazy and help you to get the things that you absolutely want. So if you could please do me a favor, from the bottom of my heart, this is the part where I ask you, I plead. Now listen, you can hit the like button if you enjoyed what you liked. That thing's like one of them things. I hear it helps my algorithm if you like it. You know, no, I never asked anybody to do the share. If you want to share on Facebook, if you think something's really interesting, if you watch one of my videos like, this guy's pretty funny, go share it. Do me a favor and share it, because that brings me out to more people. And I hear that if you start sharing things from YouTube, that eventually that this whole thing catches on or whatever. I don't know. And my biggest thing is the subscriptions. I want you to subscribe. Please subscribe, okay? That's my thing, okay? I wake up in the morning, I check my subscriber count. Throughout the course of the day, I'm checking my subscriber count. When I go to bed at night, I check my subscriber count. I love when I find new friends. That's what I call you guys my friends. That's how I refer to you, because I say this channel is about a relationship, and we're having a relationship. You're my friends. It's a give and take relationship. You give me information, I give you information, and when I see a number go up on my subscriptions, I'm like, this is somebody that cares enough to come back for some more. This is somebody that cares about me posting another video. So with that said, my friends, thank you so much for sitting here and watching me, and I will see you later.